Laura Clemons. I run my own company called Collaborative Communities. I founded my company because I was a pissed off community member. Right on, yeah, woo! So I am going to say some things that may come across as kind of insulting to the experts that run charrettes out the wazoo. I think that you do a really shitty job most of the time. Even the ones that are highly successful that you walk around patting yourself on the back, most of the community, we don't know that it ever happened. And you think that you did a really good job of engaging us, and you think that you listened, and then you went back to your ivory tower in the sky, and we feel really left out. The most left out people are the ones that we're supposedly designing the cities for in the future. Who would those be?
Children.
Young people under the age of 18. How often are you asking people under the age of 18 what they want their city to look like? Are most of your charrettes filled with people over 50? Yes, they are, because who has extra time? People over 50. People under 18 have time too, but nobody thought to ask them. So I played that because what I hear a lot of times when I talk about engaging young people, and it's done in to be honest, sort of a superficial way. We're gonna engage them, but they're too young to really know anything about what I do. I'm an expert, I've gone to college, I'm all very smart. I know more than the community members do. I have to teach them. I'm going to hear their ideas, but then I'm going to process it because I can understand things. And at the end of the day, I'm the expert and they're just regular people. And what I have found, I've been looking for a way to hack the system, right? How do you decentralize power? If you're constantly in the same game of who are the least engaged community members and how do they get access to driving the decisions of the future that are going to make the communities of their future, why don't we just hand control over to them? Really, actually fully, not I want to hear you and then I'm going to go to my office and I'm going to do things and I'm going to come back and show you what I've done. No. Why don't they go to their classroom and do it themselves and then they show you and then you help them modify and refine it and then they drive it. They are the boss. You work for them. They are the ones actually doing the work themselves, and through so doing, they're learning how to be designers and architects and planners and economic development specialists and all of the things that we want to teach young people how to do. And they're getting invested in their communities. And so I kept saying, hey guys, I really think that you're missing out on young people. We really need to reach out to them. And they were like, yeah, we're really super engaging everybody. And I'm like, but you're not. And because it turns out that young people really do want to have control over their destiny. What I want my community to be. And I asked them the question, what would this city need to be for you to want to live here? But by the time these young people were done with a 2-day session, and I can give you guys information as to how to do this in your community for practically no money, and it's super easy, they were able to, after only 2 days, they were fully articulate about what they wanted, how they wanted to do it, which buildings they wanted to revitalize, because I told them that they could do it themselves. I would help set them up with a law firm, they could create a nonprofit, they could fundraise, they could hire a designer, they could hire the architect, they could do it themselves, and they're like, us, we're just kids. And I said the Olsen twins were managing a multi-million-dollar empire by 16. And they were like, true. So everything that we did, every time they'd say, I want this, I would make them repeat, I pledge to be the change I want to see in my community. They had to take ownership. If they wanted a stop sign, day 2 of the engagement was that they had to do research on what it cost to do all the things they wanted to do. And then they had to figure out how to fundraise, because I taught them if you're going to go to city council, you take a bird in hand. And you say, look, we have researched and found out that a stop sign that we very desperately need so that we don't die is $250. And we have raised $250. We would like, little children, we would like to partner with the city and we would like for you to install our stop sign. We've already raised the money. Now, do you think any city council member is going to say no to children that are asking to not die while crossing the street to go to school? No. Because you don't want to be the mean asshole adult that does that. So what I did is, the accidental byproduct, and I know I'm way over my time, but way over. But this is important. This is the hack for how to decentralize. You have politics at play, right? There's squabbling and all of this. People don't get in adults get out of the way of kids, right? These young people, they get out of the way. They say, let's lift them up. They're doing things themselves. Yes, it's so cute. It gets us good media. The mayor loves it. Everybody looks like a savior. But really what has happened is now these kids, This was 6 years ago. They all went on to go to school. One of the young men, this young man right here, he keeps in touch with me. He has now, it took him about 2 years after this, he started his own fund to fund other young people to get into college, right? They're starting their own foundations. Now, 2 days, it took 2 days, right? This is not like a long-term thing that it takes tons of money and a lot of effort. This is very simple, and so I want to encourage you all to know that the children are our future, and you need to engage them and treat them like they are intelligent, functioning people, and that they actually need to be the ones running things, and you are there only to serve, to facilitate for them, and teach them the language to tell you what you need to do for them. Well, my young people, and then I'll throw it over to you. By the way, the girl that I played the voice of in the beginning, she's 16. By the way, I didn't even know what cap and trade was. I had to Google it. She got a $2 million grant, by the way. She runs a nonprofit that she started in her school. I knew that I had to feed them because they don't get food on the weekends in this neighborhood. So I told them that I would give them the power to control their own destiny, and I would feed them. And I had 20 slots, and I had 22 show up. Because what I didn't count on is them bringing their younger siblings that didn't have food at home either. So they all showed up. That was Saturday, and Sunday, 15 of the 20 showed up again. And the principal and the teachers came in, they were like, we don't understand, because they're like, oh, nice white lady, this is not going to work. And then all of a sudden they're like, how did you get these kids to show up on the weekend? I was like, I simply told them that they would get to be in charge. That's all they really wanted. So for me, they were running it. After the 2 days, we did a walking on it where I went back and walked through the neighborhood with them, and they pointed out which buildings they wanted to buy. And then they asked, like, how do we buy a building? How do we do that? And I said, well, I don't know. Let's go talk to a lawyer. Somebody knows about this stuff. And so I had somebody come on the second day and teach them how to public speak. I had to be very thoughtful and intentional so that they could articulate these ideas that they had to adults, and the adults would take them seriously. But because they were the ones that were all jacked, these kids, once you give them a little bit of power, they are crazy. They are not letting it go. They are full steam ahead, like, yes, we can. And so for me, it was about me and the other experts. Like, they were all over us, emailing, phone calls, like, we need you to come back and tell us this. Like, how do we do this? What's the next thing? So they have more time than adults do to, like, focus all of their energy and fury on what they want. And so this last picture that I pulled up here, and you talk about power. This is a picture of the mayor standing back and letting the young people, like, I think the next one is like him. I love this because this is him handing the microphone to a 16-year-old to speak so that he can listen. And this was very symbolic, and it actually meant something, because this was the first of many times that they stood and adults listened. And it made a difference. And it made a difference in those 20 young people. That there are 6 of them that really held on to this, but 6 out of 20, that's a pretty high success rate for 6 of them to go forth and, like, change the way that they engage, and that they want to run for elected office, and that they want to become a developer in their neighborhood that they're from. They don't want to run off to Austin. Now they have a vision for what they want their neighborhood to be. And this was really impressive for them to see that they were being seen as the experts. And again, the adults started to step back and be like, we're not touching this for sabotage. We're gonna do whatever is necessary. And so there does have to be a shift in power, a real one. And I think that there's a way to create that.